Okay, we're going to torque down our cylinder heads today and set our lash on our rockers. We'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, so I got all my ARP bolts all cleaned up. And what I'm going to do is on all of the outside bolts, I'm going to put a little bit of ARP torquing lube on the tops of the bolts like that, and I'm going to give a little shot of gasket maker thread sealant on the bottom of the bolt like so, and I'm going to put them into the outside holes, and on the insides we're just going to put the ARP torquing lube, assembly lube, on the top of the bolt for torquing it down. And we'll put them in all of their appropriate holes. And the reason for the sealant on the outside is because they go into the water jacket and you could have a leak. So I'll get that all done and then we'll torque these down. Okay, for my first crack I'm going to go, I finger tightened them, and then for my first go I'm going to start in the middle and I'm going to go to 50 pounds. Now 50, and I'll go to one on the outside here, and the end result will be 100 pounds. We'll come over here and we'll just work our way back and forth until they're all clamped down to 50. And I'm going to get my little friend to come and help me. 50. Take them all the way to 100, because I don't feel that I should be putting that much stress on my arms and part and all that stuff just yet. But I can get them all down to 50. He's on his way, so. And it doesn't matter if you forget where you are, because you'll come back and go, oh, I was already there. And then what we'll do is when we got them all at 50, we'll go 75, doing this jumping back and forth, and we'll do 75 and then we'll go 100. And then what we'll do, 50 is pretty mild. A child could do that. But by the time we get to the 100, and they're all down at 100, then I'll back them right off and then take them to 100 and boom, it's done. Oops. Sorry about that. So we put our torquing lube, ARP torquing lube, on all the bolts, and then on the outside we did our torquing lube plus, oops, plus sealant on the thread, because they go down and touch the water jacket. Okay, so I'll come back when they're all down, and then we'll set the lash on our roller rockers. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, what we did was we're taking the lash out of the each one of these. Oh, that one's moving, so we're just going to tighten it down a little. Moving a little, tighten it down a little. That one's moving, tighten it down a little. Just until it starts to tighten up. I already did all these. None of them are moving. Oh, that one's moving a little. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the engine a quarter of a turn. So we're right here. So I'm going to want to go, this would be half. Let's see if we can get it. So we're going to take a quarter of a turn. Get my socket on there a little better. Okay, so here we are. So 12 o'clock will be a quarter turn. So there we are, quarter turn. Now we'll do it again. Tight. Now that one's loose. You can see that? Oh, I don't know if you can see that or not. So now that I did a quarter turn, this one's tight, and this one, it's loose now. So now we'll take it, we're spinning it, spinning it, spinning it, just until it snugs up. This one I can move with my fingers, just snug it up. That one I can't. That one I can't. This one's loose. Oh, this one's really loose. So we'll tighten this one down. What we'll do is we'll go through 2 complete revolutions of the motor. Okay. That one's tight. Okay, they're all tight again. We'll go another quarter turn. So we're at 12 o'clock, we'll go to 3 o'clock. And when we get back to 9 o'clock, will be one full revolution, and we'll do it again. If I can remember where I set my wrench. There it is. And each time we're just, so that's tight, and I can move just a little. I'll just snug it just a bit. That one I can move. Tighten it just a bit. That one, nope. Nope. This one, oh, sloppy loppy. Always making sure that you're still seated nicely in your lifter. You haven't changed. Tighten it up a little. Just a little. That was nice and loose. You can take it in with your hand. Barely move it, but I can. Same as there. That one's really loose. That one's tight. That one's tight. And we'll go to 6 o'clock. Do it again. So we got loose again, right? Because that's gone down. Make sure your set screws are up, tight, tight, tight. Loose, tight, and got a little bit of movement, a little bit. There we go. So now that we come up, 9 o'clock. We've done one complete revolution of the motor. Okay. So now we've gone one complete revolution. Now I'll do the same thing, 12, 3, 6, back to 9. By then they should all be tight, and then we'll lock them down. Okay, so what I'm doing here is putting a 3/4 turn preload. So there's half, there's 3/4. Spin my lock down, and I'll just bring it back just a tiny and lock that into place. And do that all along. So that's preloading the hydraulic lifters. So we got half a turn, oops, half a turn, 3/4 turn, tighten it down, hold it, and bring it back just a little. Ugh. And that should be good and locked for all of time. So half, 3/4, center lock goes down, boom, and we'll just run through them all, and that's putting the preload. See, we got them all in nice and snug, and then we're going to just 3/4 turn, half, quarter, bring it back a little, tighten. Voila, that should be the perfect amount of preload on our hydraulic lifters. And even if it's just a little, that one's completely up. Well, it should be good. That one I might want to snug a little. And that's pretty much that for now, and then we'll do the intake and get this ready to be mated up with the transmission. And there's the intake installed, which I forgot to film, but it wasn't a big deal. Put a gasket in, seal it, put the gaskets in, tighten it all down, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, snuggle them all up, torque them down, and yeah, just coming together. And there we have it. Intake's on, heads are on, tranny's rebuilt, and now we're just going to mate these two up, and then when all my help gets here, we're going to slide it into the car. Then it's just buttoning stuff up. There she is, all mated up. Give her a little shot of blue, prettied it up. Now we just put on the starter and button up a few other little things, and we're ready to rock.
Just know that Howie did no heavy lifting. When it came time to put the motor and the transmission back into the car, Axel was here to help. This is the good son, Axel. How's it going, dude?
Good, you?
See, he's a bear. He's a little bear. You're not letting him lift anything, right?
No.
Good.
No,
okay. And okay, so the steaks will be ready in 15 minutes.
Perfect.
And there's bread and butter and cucumber and tomato slice. I didn't cook nothing.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Perfect.
But I'll cook you some mac and cheese if you want some.
No, I'm fine. I gotta eat and then I gotta leave anyways.
Okay, baby. Well, thank you very, very. It's not done, is it?
Yeah, it's already in. Oh, we don't mess around.
Booyah, Axel DeMan! Unfortunately, they didn't call me out to film them actually putting it in the car. But I want to say thank you to Joe, who had rebuilt the motor over the winter, for fixing the valve covers, and for Mickey from Paul's Auto Body in Cornwall, Ontario, for rebuilding the transmission. Thank you guys so much. Take care.